Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Beaky, and I would like to welcome all the newcomers to the Elder Scrolls Legends. If you were searching online for a beginner's deck or starter deck and came across this video, well, I would like to assure you for you guys today, you'll be looking at a base deck that you could use to build on to grow in the Legends game. So what you will be seeing today is a deck that's very easy to understand, very easy to craft, and it's going to be something you can grow with as you play the game. So this is for very new players to the game that want to be somewhat competitive and try to understand the game as they play. As somebody who started playing this game out of nowhere, I never knew anything about Hearthstone or any other card type game like Elder Scrolls Legends. I was very confused in the early days. I wasn't sure why all the decks that I saw other people playing on Twitch all look so complex, having legendary creatures, unique creatures, and they cost so much to soul summon. So it made it very discouraging to start playing the game at first, not understanding everything about the deck building. So I wanted to have something that's very easy to understand and very easy to craft to, well, get into it. So let's take a look at some gameplay and explain why everything works the way it does. So what you guys will be seeing right here, guys, is a casual match. And in this casual match, it's a very aggro-heavy match. But this deck can be played more controlled, or you could play it more mid-range. And that was a point of making this deck the way it is. It's not a deck that you guys are going to keep this way. As you grow and gain new cards, you're going to start adding them to this deck. Like, I would highly recommend that if you have this card, add it to this deck because it works very well in this type of deck. But as we're going to talk about the base level for newcomers, let's see why we picked the cards we did. So stuff like Brutal Ashlander, Imperial Grunt, Crystal Towercraft, the High Rock Summoner are great early level minion type cards. You put them out, your opponent doesn't pay too much attention to them, but if you ever get to play Divine Favor or Warcry, they could get powered up really quickly and be really dangerous to your opponent's creatures or straight to your opponent's face, attacking their health directly. There are going to be a lot of different ways to wipe out your opponent's creatures, either using guards. You could defend against stuff like the Pillar for creature you guys are seeing right here. If that Khajiit wanted to attack our health directly, he would need to switch lanes, but because he's not going to be able to do that, he's just going to have to actually just stand there and face my high defender guard. But if he did switch lanes, then we could use stuff like Piercing Javelin, Firebolt, Lightning Bolt. There's a lot of different ways to take care of creatures like that who are going to get in our way and try to stop us from winning the game. Things like Profiteer and 5th Legion Trainer are there to support our creatures. As you summon more and more creatures, Profiteer will go ahead and gain you back 1 health. As you summon more and more creatures with 5th Legion Trainer out, she will power them up. But these cards are actually bait cards. Early on, your opponent will always focus. People who've played this game for a long time will always focus and try to remove stuff like 5th Legion Trainer and Profiteer. You could use that to your advantage by playing those cards at the right moment, knowing that your opponent will focus on those cards instead of focusing on maybe your laner reinforcements, cards like High Rock Summoner that you've already summoned out. But by the time you play things like Divine Favor or Warcry, you'll have so many creatures on the field that can get powered up. It might help you get that extra little bit of damage to go directly to your opponent's face. We do have a lot of great guards here. Like I said, Hive Defender, we have Golden Saint, we have this Tiger. The Golden Saint, we didn't want to put more than one of those cards in this deck for one reason. You're not going to always have more health than your opponent, and that's not the type of deck we're trying to make here. Of course, you could modify this deck to work that way. You could modify this deck any way you personally like. Just test it out. Use this as a base. As you start getting epic cards, as you start getting legendary cards, see what you could remove, see what you could add to make it work. That's why I didn't put too many high level cost cards. That's why I didn't put O'Haven. If you have those cards and want to add it to this deck, then it would be very easy to do so. It's very easy to turn a deck like this into something to be a very competitive control deck. But this is just something as a base that you could start playing as, not going to cost you a lot of money, and it's going to be there very early on in your Legends gameplay. So hopefully you guys find this deck useful for the newcomers out there. Let me know what you guys added to this deck, removed from this deck, what you think about it overall. Just wanted to start sharing more budget friendly decks for the newcomers out there instead of doing something that's already known, already seen from all the 100 rank people in Legends. I want to actually embrace the people coming in and started playing this game for the first time. Hopefully you guys stick around playing this game, because the more newcomers here on Legends. The more the fan base grows, the more the community grows, and there's more people for us to play when we jump on and play the game. So hopefully you guys like the video. I'll be back with more every single Tuesday. Till then, peace out.